Space, the final frontier. My name is Captain Foley, and these are my adventures. Captain's Log, Stardate 69883.81 or 201511.18. Welcome back, everyone. It is time for another Captain Foley Captain's Log. Sounds really dirty. But anyway, today I'm going to be addressing the comments, questions on my last Captain's Log, as well as a few on my Captain's Log supplemental. I don't usually do that. The supplementals are more for, it's just a quick video where I either want to show you something or just chat about something real quick. So I usually won't read comments from supplementals. However, there were some good ones on the last one, so I'm going to include them this time. But next time, if you watch a Captain's Log supplemental and you want to comment that you want me to read or address on my next Captain's Log, please go to my last Captain's Log and refer to the supplemental in your comment. Then I'll definitely get to it. So let's get underway, shall we? There's a few things I want to talk about today after I've addressed all these. And there's only about 24, 25 or so after the supplementals are included, so it's not that long, won't be too bad. So Carl Edwards says, what's your name in Star Trek Online? I also play. All right, if you guys want to find me on Star Trek Online, just type in Stuart, S-T-U-A-R-T, at Night Stalker with a K, -666. So Night Stalker, KNIGHTSTALKER, -666. Now you might be thinking, that's an odd name. Well, it's just my gamer tag. I've had it since I was in high school. Night Stalker was the one, but then everybody took Night Stalker. So I went Night Stalker 74, the year I was born, but that was usually taken. So to just change it up a bit and have it so nobody has it, I went Night Stalker -666, and it seemed to usually works. So that's why it is. Don't get offended by it or anything. It's not that I'm into Satan or anything like that. It's just my gamer tag, and it's intimidating sounding because you got to be intimidated in a game, don't you know? Next is from Dontles 1992. Thank you for answering my question, and I watch almost all of your videos, but I did not find anything about Jaeger type ship. Can I ask why that is, as it appears in DS9 and in an episode I think called Sacrifice of Angels? Samuel and I discussed the Jaeger class ship in our Maquis Raider episode. Check that out if you haven't. We discussed the Jaeger class a little bit in that episode because it's confusing. Because the Maquis class, or the Maquis ship, is so small compared to the Voyager, yet they scaled up the Maquis hull and space frame to attach it to an Intrepid class ship component. It just doesn't make sense. Why would they scale up a smaller ship? We discussed it in detail. We will do an episode on the Jaeger class, I'm sure, some point down the road. But no, there is no episodes for that yet. But if you want any kind of... If you want to hear Samuel and I talk about the Jaeger class, definitely check out the Maquis Raider episode. Okay, and we will get to it eventually, so don't worry. Daniel McCool, thank you for the log entry, Captain. And Beeblebox is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Are you up for a rousing game of Bokeh and Ultra Cricket? Yeah, I got the Beetlebrox reference after the fact. I felt like a bit of an idiot. I didn't get it at the time, but thank you. Carmelo Ailman, Mellotron. I have a couple of questions. Number one, do you play Star Trek Armada 3, the mod for the Sins of the Solar Empire? Also, do you think that future Trekyards episodes you could cover the Excalibur class? Yes and yes are the basic, simple answers for those. I do have Sins of the Solar Empire and the Armada 3 mod installed on my computer. I've tried playing it. The graphics are phenomenal. I can't get into it very much. I'm not a big fan of the graphical interface. I never played Sins of the Solar Empire on its own, so I never got used to it. And I'm used to the regular Armada 2 interface, so I'm very confused by it. I haven't had much time to play games, unfortunately. And generally with that game, when I get about 20-25 minutes into it and I have a fleet established and I'm ready to go do things, the game just quits. It just crashes on me. So I've had to save my game and hopefully load it up again after it crashes. So I've had problems with it, and I've just not bothered playing it after that. So that's the answer for that. Yes, I do have it installed, and the graphics are phenomenal. I would love to get into it. I would love to be able to figure out how to play it and actually enjoy the game. But as it stands right now, I don't really enjoy the game. The interface just really bugs me, and it's confusing. I don't know what to do half the time to get the ships I want and stuff. So there you go. And as for the Excalibur class, yes, we'll probably end up doing every ship eventually. And the Excalibur class is an interesting looking ship. So yeah, it's definitely will be something that we could do down the road. Han Sebi. And coming back to my episode 77 Nebula class comment. Thank you for responding in this captain's log. I must say I can understand your side fully. I know workloads and how real life can bite you sometimes. Plus, I was less judgmental on my third and sixth rewatch of this episode. Again, thanks, and good that you're good. I'm not really sure what he's referring to. I'll have to go back and check the comments on my Nebula class episode. But yeah, thank you for the shout out anyway. MS7, looks like I'll have to start playing Star Trek Online now. Yes, you do. Get a character, join our fleet, become one with Trekyards as we conquer the universe. I was jumpy. I was going to say the galaxy, then the universe, but I'm starting with the universe. And then all parallel universes. Ah! I'll talk more about Star Trek Online when I get to my other list. Andrew Hopkins. Could not agree more about the lack of progress in the space program. Can't wait for the new technical manual to add to my library. Yes, last time I talked about the space program, NASA's space program, and it is a shame. But as for the new technical manual done by Cal Schnatz Jr., amazing. I've got draft 2 now. I'm acting as a proofreader and correspondent on it, like collaborator. So Trekyards is mentioned in there. The Trekyards patch is in there, and Captain Foley is mentioned, as well as Commander Cockings. He'll be mentioned also. So definitely look forward to that. We plan on selling it within our Trekyards store, which we're going to establish soon. We want to do pre-sales of some shirts and some patches and things like that, and then once we get the ball rolling, then we can get the stuff shipped out. So we want to do shirts, patches initially, and then maybe a few other things. If you're an artist and you want to help us out with designing shirts and stuff, please contact us at trekyards@hotmail.com and let us know, or visit the Facebook page, the Trekyards Facebook page, and give us a shout out just saying that you're an artist and you want to help. That'd be phenomenal. I think we're going to do that later today. We're going to post on the Trekyards site page that we're looking for other artists and stuff to create new shirt designs. We've got a few in mind that we've come up with, and they're pretty good, and we're looking to do some more. So, something to look forward to. Zeldrak, I asked for a Nebula class video, and I got 2 of them. You guys are awesome. I'll just pretend they are made especially for me. Please do that. We do aim to please, and yeah, once we released the mission briefing, it was just natural to release the Trekyards Live where Andrew talks about it. But there's a funny story behind that whole Andrew and Trekyards Live thing that I'll tell you in a little bit. So stay tuned. Because, yeah, anyway, it's on my list over there. Shermanator 1989. I'm already a part of the Axanar Squadron on Star Trek Online. Would it be wrong for me to create a new character, join Trekyards with it, and be involved with 2 fleets? Do fleets in the same faction ever fight each other? No, it would not be wrong. Create a new character and definitely join the Trekyards fleet. As for fleets fighting each other, I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not sure how the fleet dynamic works, how our armadas work, things like that. So Timothy Champion, if you're watching this, he's in charge of the Trekyards fleet, basically. So if you can join an armada and become one with another fleet, if you will, that would be phenomenal. I would love to do that and become a dominant force in Star Trek Online. So the fleet thing we're kind of slowly moving into, and like I said, I'm going to talk about that a little bit. So, Chris Walton, always like Gabe's redesign myself. Gabriel Cornier's Enterprise, of course. Another thing I think you might like, is the reimagining by Vector, Vektor, which is more of a detailed version of the classic ship. Hope you're having a good day and look forward to more from you guys. Really happy to hear that the top 10s are here to stay, as I'm enjoying the opinion-based discussion as a nice contrast to our regular dose of Trekyards facts, figures, and theories. Well, of course, in our regular Trekyards episode with facts, figures, and theories, we of course have our discussion, which is our opinions anyway. But yeah, I've got a lot of static about the top 10s. We have, because they're not really top 10s. They're more of the top 5, because a lot of the things we pick, it's hard to find 10 things to actually create a list on. 5 is a pretty good number. So it's basically a 10. It's my choices and Samuel's choices. So I've been getting static and flack about that for a while now, and it's not muchly appreciated, but just thought I'd throw it out there. We do our best, and yeah. As for the Enterprise he talked about, Vector's Enterprise, that's the one there. And it is a beautiful ship. Ooh, look at that. So, if you haven't checked it out, Vector, Vektor, Enterprise reimagining. It looks beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I've seen it before, and yes, I would probably choose that one above Gabe's. Now, we've been in talks with Gabe. I actually talked to him 2 days ago. He's kind of... He said his ship is a touchy subject for him to talk about, so I don't know what that means exactly. We just want to have a Skype call with him and sit down and chat and kind of figure out some kind of way that we could figure his ship into our show. We love doing an episode on it. I'm sure a lot of you would like to see it. I want to see it because it's one of my favorite redesigns. So we're in talks with Gabe to actually get him on the show, so stay tuned. That might be coming down the road. So yes. Okay, the next one is from Chris Martin. My great-grandfather served on the Navy's USS Shangri-La. That's awesome. And yes, the Shangri-La episode, the Trekyards episode with Bill Krause's Shangri-La ship is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. We still need to have a Skype call with Bill to talk about that and get that all sorted out. But we do have all of his pictures, all of his ship information, so that's on the to-do list as far as script writing goes. There are a few we have to do. So... awesome. Heath General Vader Tompkins. Hi, Captain Foley. I just want to say I love the show. You do a great job on the shows, and I love the ship-based shows and your top 5 shows. Fantastic. Keep up the good work. All the best to you. Thank you, Heath. Much appreciated. Or sorry, General Vader. Much appreciated. Stay tuned. There's more to come. There's always more to come. Starfleet Battles Addict. Science enthusiasts are annoyed by those who aren't into science. I'll leave out the dirty label to avoid flame wars in your feed, because they are too lazy to do the work or learning to understand the science basics. Your Treknology series gets lower views for the same reason. People are too lazy to learn the science basics. You know, the same people that think adding a warp nacelle adds power, where it actually consumes more power but generates a stronger, larger warp field. The entire space budget from NASA's beginning to full funding out to 2020 is less than the amount spent for the savings and loans bailout, or theft as he puts it, in the 1980s, and it's pennies from the $1,000 bill of the 2008 Bush-Obama bailouts or thefts. NASA's yearly budget is about 2 weeks of desert tent air conditioning for the U.S. military in Iraq. That's sad, but true. Yeah, we need to focus more on the space exploration, get that money dumped into stuff that's going to get us off the planet and out in space. I think that's a great idea. I mean, it's a shame that America is so far behind the space race. But I talked about that a little bit in my last Captain's Log, so. Suggestion, instead of reading the Stardate out loud, just leave it in the vid title. No. Because my intro is, these are my adventures. And everyone is a Captain's Log. It is my official Captain's Log. So every Captain's Log starts with the Captain's Log and the Stardate. So these will continue to do so. But thank you for the suggestion. Captain Lokiowa. Got it right this time. Lokiowa. When you were saying my name, I was cringing. Haha. Lokiowa. Captain Lokiowa. If I got it right, let me know, because you comment every time and I always get your name wrong. So I apologize. Yay, top 10s are staying. I also love Star Wars. That's why I'm designing, drawing, writing for a new Star Trek versus Star Wars for 10 years now. I'm happy to hear about your fan design or fan-made series. I never really feel up to looking up hundreds of plus fan-made ships, etc. Today, we have a fan ship on the mission briefing. I just launched it, the USS Polaris. So check it out. It's pretty fantastic. Also, this upcoming Saturday, the full Trekyards episode is a Star Trek Originals, where we take a fan-created ship and we do a full episode on it, like we did with the Terror Bird. So stay tuned for that. It's a good episode. You guys are going to enjoy it. It's a movie picture era ship. So I won't give any more away. Wait till Saturday. And of course, tomorrow we have our top 10 being released. I'm not sure which one we're going to do, but we will have a top 10 tomorrow for you guys. Okay. And hopefully the fan-made mission briefings go over well. This first one with the players is just kind of a test to see what the reaction's like. But yeah, we do plan on doing separate mission briefings on fan-made ships. So. And Shermanator 1989. This is the last one on the captain's log. There's like 4 or 5 on the supplemental that I want to address. So we're almost done, guys. NASA might be in trouble, but the Chinese have made some impressive achievements and have quite ambitious plans. An all-Chinese space station by early 2020s because Congress refused to allow Chinese participation on the ISS. That's a shame. Also manned colonies on the Moon and Mars supported by mining, for example. The Indians are in the early stages of a decent space program as well. Even the Russians are slowly getting back into the game. One would hope some foreign success will kickstart Washington to start funding NASA properly again and seek collaboration with the others. I'm not ready to give up hope yet. I agree 100%. We need to cooperate with other countries, get into space, get colonies established, mine the solar system, save the planet Earth if we can, and yeah. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the Captain's Log supplemental, a few of those right now, and we'll see what you guys have to say. But before that, breaking news. I just got another comment coming to my feed from Power543. As we all know, Commander Cockings. So Commander Cockings has a question for his captain. Let's see what it is. So, Cap 10. If Trekyards was given a $1 million donation to make a Star Trek fan film, enough to build sets, get actors, and make something fantastic, what era would you pick? What sets would you prioritize to build first for it? And would there be any actors in the fan film community that you would love to join the project, either as a returning character or as something new? Second part of the question, should we film a podcast on the subject, our own ideal fan stories, and now just thinking about such an opportunity, it would be fantastic fun to film. Keep up the great work. As always, Captain, I love your mission logs, and even though I get to speak with you just about every day, and then smiley face, or sticky the tonguey outy face. Wow, that's quite an involved question, and just lengthens the length of this episode quite dramatically. There's stuff at the end of this episode that you guys need to stay tuned for, but I'm going to try to address this question. I would make it not TOS era. I know that Samuel was afraid I was going to say that, but no, I wouldn't. I would actually probably place it about 10 years after the Dominion War. Sets that would be built would be Starbase sets, a bridge set for an awesome ship. I don't know exactly what the story would be or what kind of actors I would want in it. I mean, I'm sure I would want recurring actors, maybe Garrett Wang to come back. So there's so many that I would want. I don't know. I can't answer that question properly. I think it definitely demands a podcast where we can bounce ideas off each other, and then we work out something really, really phenomenal. So I agree. We'll do a podcast on it. So guys, stay tuned for a podcast. I can't answer that question, but I don't want it in TOS times. There's too many TOS fan-made stuff. I love TOS, don't get me wrong. See? Right there on the monitor. But too much of it. It's kind of saturated the market as far as fan stuff goes. So looking for something a little more progressive after the Dominion War. And I think I'd put it in the JJ verse just because that'd be very new and interesting and dynamic. I'm just kidding! I had you guys fooled for a second there. You were all like hitting the stop button, then you've probably all left. So I don't even know how I continue. I'll just stop now. Because you've all left. No, it'd be in Prime Universe, obviously. So, alright, so we're going to move on to the Captain's Log supplemental questions now. Okay, so the first one is from Andrew Hopkins. Shouldn't it be Admiral Kirk if it's from Star Trek 3? Hope you feel better. I struggle with the same thing. Sorry to hear that, but yes, I'm feeling a little bit better today. Just I have my off days, but yes, Kirk, over here. The Star Trek 3 Kirk that I unboxed basically in my last Captain's supplemental. Here's the packaging. It does say Star Trek 3. I made a point of saying that he doesn't wear his uniform much in Star Trek 3, so it's kind of odd to see it, the character have that. But there he is. It does say Captain Kirk on the package, even though it is Star Trek 3 when he was an admiral. So good catch there. The toy itself actually has captain's bars. So good catch. I didn't even think about that, but big mistake on their part, I guess. Darby Fox Conway goes on to say, thanks for setting up the fleet. Just got my invite today and got a number of projects started. Can't wait to meet everyone in game. Yes. More talk of Star Trek Online in a moment. Join the fleet. Galvers. Yeah, why not? Captain, can you send me an invite to Sevatar? I don't know if that's already been sent. I'll try to remember to do it. If not, Timothy Champion, if you're watching, Sevatar. I assume it's at Sevatar. Anyway. Ebenezer 1690. Cool, find capital. That's all he says. I don't know what he's referring to. Capital for what? I don't know. Capital for what? I don't know. Please elaborate. Capital, like Samuel just said, $1 million for a new Trekyards series? Or a new Star Trek series? The Mousetrap 1. Couldn't find your Team Trekyards fleet on Star Trek Online. I have 4 characters, 2 Federation, 1 Klingon, and 1 Romulan alien. I'm more role player than gear whore, so I don't have the best of anything in game. So, yeah. I don't know much about the fleet dynamic. I don't know what you can contribute and what you can't contribute and how contributing works and how you move from Tier 1 to Tier 2. I don't understand all that. That's why I have Timothy in charge of the fleet. So, we're getting there. Like I said, more about that in a minute. Okay, and then Truby Howard. Hey, Stuart. To pronounce my name, say it like this. Truby. I've been calling him Trubby Howard forever now. I had the pleasure of meeting Truby at Wonderfest. Met him and his wife. He donated some stuff to the Trekyards cause, which I've really enjoyed. And it's actually mentioned in a past captain's log. But Truby, there, now I know Truby. I keep saying Trubby, and I apologize. Truby Howard. There we go. I love all the Captain's Log and Trekyards episodes. I'm going to go back and rewatch Captain's Logs and Trekyards episodes to remember some of my questions now that I have my YouTube working. That'll be awesome. I should actually rewatch some old Trekyards or Captain's Log episodes to see how far I've come. I'm probably not that far. And Shrubby, thank you very much for your donations to the Trekyards Facebook page. You're always posting pictures and schematics from books and things, and we really appreciate that. And this is the last one. Andrew Sean Powell. Hi, Captain. My fleet is in the same boat. I'm a lifetime endgame member, and some of my members are level 62, but the rest are below, which we like as we can assist more. We're nearly Tier 2 on Starbase, Tier 1 for everything else. If you'd like to be our Gamma fleet, then please find my fleet in-game, Area 31, and my members, and I would love to help your fleet out, and your members can help mine out. The starting of our own federation. That's brilliant. I love it. Area 31, look us up. Timothy, Area 31. I'm not sure how armadas work or helping out other fleets, so please, if you know, hop onto Star Trek Online, join this Trekyards fleet, Team Trekyards, and let's get this fleet a powerful, dominating force in the Star Trek Online community. Let's join other fleets and whatnot and do things. Okay, that's it for those. So like I said, supplemental logs I don't usually go into, but thought I'd read some of those. Please, next time, just find my last Captain's Log and comment on it, because every comment or question pretty much gets addressed in a Captain's Log. The supplementals aren't designed for that. So now, Star Trek Online. We've been talking about a little bit. I'm really trying to play more. I've been on the game since you had to pay for it. I got the collector's edition. I had a Constitution class ship before you could just get them in game. They were special to the collector's edition. Got the pin and everything. So I've been had Star Trek Online for a long time. Never really play that much. Never have time to play. My brother's always on me to play more, and I'd love to. So now that we have a fleet, I'm trying to get on there at least every day, just for a couple minutes, just to see what's going on. Check out the fleet, Starbase. So yes, if you want to join me in game, please, Stuart at Nightstalker-666, and I will add you as a friend. And it is Team Trekyards for the fleet. I don't know how you can find the fleet to join. I don't know if you need an invite, but we will be inviting people. Go to this Facebook page. There's a Star Trek Online handles document that you can add your name and handle to if you want to join the fleet, and we will send out invites to you. So there you go. And stay tuned in the next couple of days or weeks, because we have new announcements and new guests joining us on Trekyards. At least 3. We have 2 announcements filmed. They are 2 great creators from the fan community. Shows I'm looking forward to, definitely. I'm not going to tell you who they are right now. You need to stay tuned for that. But so 2 exciting fan-created shows coming up. The creators. Trust me, you've heard of them. They're big names as far as fan-created content goes. And one of our special guest announcements, which we haven't actually filmed the announcement for, but we've talked to him a few times already. He actually worked on both Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Enterprise and a few other little things. So I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You need to stay tuned. That's just the way it is. Sorry, guys. Don't know when these announcements are coming out exactly, but they're in the queue. They're ready to go. All right, so going back to the Andrew Probert live thing with the Nebula class ship, in my last captain's log, or is it the supplemental, I mentioned that we will be releasing the Decorah class episode on Saturday, and then on Sunday we're going to have Andrew Probert talking to us on Trekyards Live about the Decorah class. That was not the case at all. He's talking about the Nebula class. So Samuel watched that, and he sent me a message laughing at me saying, ha 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 ha, he's not talking about the Decorah class in that Trekyards Live episode, you idiot. Basically. He said, he's talking about the Ambassador class. And I'm like, really? Are we both retarded? Because you just said Ambassador class. It's the Nebula class. That's why we're releasing it on Sunday, because we had a mission briefing on Wednesday about the Nebula class. So what perfect time to release the Trekyards Live then that week on the same ship, the Nebula class. So, and I made the joke of saying, well, at least I'm the only one that has video evidence that I'm an idiot, because I said the Decorah class, the Ferengi Marauder, in my captain's log. So, and then Samuel said, yeah, unless you make a video about my screw up as well, which I just did. So we are both kind of stupid. I said the Ferengi Marauder, and he said the Ambassador class, when it was really the Nebula. Funny story. Thought I'd share it with you guys. So it's like a Trekyards blooper that won't be ever seen, because it was all via messaging. Have an idea for a Christmas giveaway or a Christmas contest for you guys. Christmas is coming up really quick, as we all know, and I have a few items that I would love to get rid of, which are pretty interesting. I have the movie edition Captain Picard collector series from Star Trek Generations. And he's got his little pads there, the little photo album book, and his phaser. So I'm thinking of giving this away as some kind of contest giveaway. Now, I'm not sure of what contests to do to give it away. I want people to submit, ideas for something. I don't know what. And Samuel and I would pick a winner, and then the winner would receive this as like a Christmas / thank you Trekyards winning thing gift. But I don't know what contest. So maybe we should have which contest should we do? And whichever one we pick is the best idea. Maybe I'll give him this, give the winner this, and then I'll have to give out something else once the contest gets underway. So maybe the first contest can be, this is not official yet, by the way. I'll let you know in the next week or two when I do my next captain's log as to what the contest will be, because I need to talk to Samuel about it still and get some more ideas. But I welcome your ideas. Maybe we'll do that. If we get enough contest ideas, we'll have a contest for the contest ideas, and the winner can receive the Generations Captain Picard figure. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think. All right, so Trekyards Fleet again. If you want to add your handle to the document on the Facebook page, do that. Or even if you want to put your handle in the comments below. I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you go to the Trekyards Facebook page and find the Trekyards Star Trek Online handle document and add your name to that. But if you can't do that for some reason, then you can comment on this right now. Feel free to put your handle in the bottom if you want to join the fleet, and either I or Timothy will invite you. All right, and one of the last things I want to talk about is my ship name, the USS Executioner. Now that I'm playing more Star Trek Online, I've posted pictures of my ship on the Facebook page, and I'm like, the Executioner coming home from important mission, blah blah blah. And somebody's like, is that a Terran Empire ship? Because Executioner is not really a Federation name. I've heard this ad nauseum multiple times from multiple people, and it's frustrating. It's not a Terran ship. It's not the ISS Enterprise or ISS Executioner. It's a USS Executioner. Well, it's not a Federation name. Well, who cares? It's the name I gave it. It's the name I want it to have. It is a smaller surgical strike cruiser that is designed to infiltrate enemy space and take out specific targets. So the USS Executioner is a perfectly suited name for it. Whether that's Starfleet name, I hate the naming rules for Starfleet. Like, who cares? I mean, yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Captain Foley of the USS Executioner, and I'm on a peaceful mission. Kind of contradictory, I understand that. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't have a problem with it. I think there are other names out there that are actual, names of Vengeance and stuff like that. So, I know that's JJ. Whoa, don't freak out. There's other ones. I can't think of them offhand, but that aren't necessarily a friendly type name for a first meeting or a peaceful encounter. But who cares? Really? At least it's not the USS Hitler or something. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about are these super sanding blocks. My friend Dave over at BLAP Models, we all call him Blappy, and his buddy Anthony Goodman, they're both friends of mine, have designed these super sanding blocks. Now, this channel was started as a Star Trek model building YouTube channel, and I do build models. I'm in the process of building the 350 refit. I have been for months. Haven't had a chance to work on it, which is annoying because I really want to. I want to get it finished. So there are model building videos on here. There's a whole playlist of videos of models I've built. Most of which are Star Trek. So check that out as well if you're interested. But if you're a model builder, these sanding blocks are phenomenal. They're all color-coded. There's a legend, tells you what grit they are. They're all waterproof, so for wet sanding you can use them, except for the 80 grit, the green one. That's not waterproof. But all the other ones are waterproof, so you can wet sand. Perfectly flat surface, so getting perfectly flat seams or 90-degree angles. You just set this on the table, and then you line your piece up, and you get a perfectly straight sand on it. And they're phenomenal. They last a long time. They're a great idea. They're $20 plus shipping. They're available at BLAP Models on Facebook. I will have a link in the description below to his site, and you can contact him directly to get these. I encourage you, if you're a model builder, to try them out. They're definitely a great addition to your tools. So I just want to help him out a little bit. I've done a review on these on my Captain Foley reviews. I did it a little while ago, so check that out as well, where I go a little bit more in detail about them. But yeah, so check out BLAP Models in the description below if you're interested. $20 plus shipping, and they are a great idea. And if you know anybody that's a model builder and you're looking for a Christmas gift for them or something, this would make a great little thing for them. And so I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Anyway, that's about all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, we do want to start a Star Trek store, or a Trekyards store. Nothing will be available before Christmas. We might have the store up and running before then, but we'll be taking pre-orders for shirts and things like that, and badges, or patches, sorry. And like I said, Cal's probably going to be selling his technical manual on our Trekyards store, so that's exciting. This technical manual is phenomenal, guys. I've got drafts 2 already, which is 75 pages, and since then he's added a lot more to it. And he sends me like the pictures and stuff ahead of time, asks me for suggestions, so we've been collaborating. Well, it's mainly all him. I just give little suggestions here and there and do some proofreading and stuff for him, but man, it's phenomenal. If you like the Franz Joseph technical manual, this one's in full color. It is phenomenal. He posts a lot of his stuff on the Trekyards site, so you can see exactly what it's going to look like as far as the ship pages go and things. Plus, he's got his own Facebook page, which is Starfleet Technology. No, sorry, it's called Starfleet Engineering and Technology. It's a cool Facebook page. He posts a lot of his stuff on there. This is going to be a phenomenal book. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm enjoying it so much. Reading it on my iPad in PDF file. It's like I'm holding a pad and I'm looking at technical schematics and things for Star Trek. I love it. It just sucks me into the world. And I'm already Captain Foley, so I'm like all psychosis and like, I'm a Captain Foley. I am in the Star Trek universe. Arr. And now I'm a pirate apparently. Arr. I'm done for now. So guys, stay tuned for that. The store, I gotta talk to Samuel about it. Hopefully we'll have it up soon. But yeah, we'll be taking pre-orders for shirts and things, and then ordering the shirts and getting those shipped out to you guys. But it won't be before Christmas as far as getting your item. Possibly but for ordering it, but we'll have to see. I'm going to be talking to Samuel in the next few days about that. Actually, tomorrow. Tomorrow we're filming with the Axonar crew, Alec Peters and Rob Burnett. Hopefully Rob can join Alec for that. We got a few things lined up with them. We got some scripts done. We're filming with possibly Doug Drexler next week. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Plus those special announcements. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. Seriously, this is it. I'm done. I will see you guys later. Live long and prosper, and Merry Christmas. Bye.